But no, for real. Hey y'all, I know it's been a minute. I know I was like, I'm coming back after my last video, but I've been like real busy like doing stuff. So here we go. I was listening to a Michael Todd video. It was what? Big Faith? I think it was. I can't really remember. And he was just making me feel like it was time to share the testimony behind my business, the Salon, the Royal Look Salon in downtown Hattiesburg. Wow, it's crazy. I know. So here we go. So the backstory behind it. I would say I started doing hair when I was about 15 or 16. And people were always asking me, is this what you want to do? Is this what you want to do? And I'm like, no, this is just a job. Some way to make a little money, you know, a little whatever. So I graduated high school 2012. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm gonna be a teacher, y'all. English teacher at that. Then I was like, nah, I'm gonna be a personal trainer. Then I was like, nah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I ended up sitting out a semester. I was like, Lord, what do you want for me to do? What do you have for me to do? And he led different people to tell me basically to do hair. So I went to hair school in 2015, graduated, and been doing hair ever since. I worked in 2 other salons prior to, and people would ask me all the time, especially after I got my license, do you want your own salon? Do you want your own salon? And I would always say like, yeah, but I wouldn't really go too deep into it. For one, I'm super private, and for 2, I'm super private. So I knew though that I did want my own, and I had wrote out the plan, how I wanted it to look, when I wanted it, like when I really got serious and when I began to believe in the fact that I could have my own salon. So I write out my plan, I make it plain. Now, just because you write your plan out and make it plain don't mean it's gonna happen in the next year or 2 or a month or 2. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes God is up to stuff that we don't see. So I'm going to insert a picture of the plan that I wrote out, and it's going to have the date and everything in which I wrote it. But when I wrote it, I made sure to be specific. I told the Lord how I wanted it to look. I told him where I wanted it. I told him how many people. I was very, very specific, and I always knew that I wanted it to be downtown. I knew like the person that I was and the vibe that I was going for could fit downtown. So I had wrote all that out and I had made it plain. So years go by. Well, I moved out of my parents' house, y'all. I was always like, no, I'm not moving out until I get married, and I was standing by that. But one of my friends wanted to move out, and we decided to move together. Well, we moved in our apartment that we had at the time, it had 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. And my room was upstairs, her room was downstairs. My room had a bathroom inside of it. Well, hers had one kind of like inside, but you also had a door from the outside. My room was bigger, her room was smaller. So that was not really an issue there, but it kind of caused a little something, but nothing major. It was just like, dang, you know, your room is bigger, you have the bathroom, and different stuff like that. So we lived in this apartment, no problems, for 6 months? Yeah, we had a 6-month lease at the time. So by this point, we are looking to find another place to stay. And I did all the work, and I went and I was like, okay, I found us a place. So we found a place, we put the deposit down and everything. And so during this time, me and my friend Brittany were walking downtown. I was taking her pictures for her. And we saw these 2 people that we may have known. They were doing the same thing we were doing. So we were like, let's go see if we know who they are. Well, we walk up to them and we realized, okay, we don't know them. So we just kept on walking. And I began to then share with Brittany how I wanted a salon downtown and how I was looking at this building and that building. And we just began to just walk all through downtown that day. Well, we ended up on the back side of the building that I'm in, and there's an office. And I was like, B, somebody in here. She was like, let's go in. So we knocked and we go in, and we introduced ourselves to the lady, and the lady was just so nice. She was sharing stuff with us, and I was like, yeah, I'm Amanda Ramsey, and I want to one day have my own salon. She was like, oh, the lady down the way is looking to expand. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you telling me this? You're telling the lady business. And that's really all I thought about it. And so me and Brittany get back to her car. I'm like, wait, be like, hold on. let me find this lady. So I get on Facebook and I hashtag the name of her salon, and I found her email. I'm not good with like emails and letters and stuff, so with my words in a sense. So Brittany helped me. She helped me type up a nice little email to send her. So we send the email. Pause that part of the story. So going back to moving out the apartment with my friend. So at this time, as all this is going on with the salon, I'm moving to a new apartment. I knew it was time for me, in a sense, to move on my own. Like, I wanted to experience that feeling, but at the same time, I was like, God, if you want me to move with my friend, like, I'm here for it. Like, that's my friend. I do whatever I need to do. So God had told me, he was like, no, y'all not going to room together. And like, that may sound so bad, but at the same time, it'll make sense in a minute. So he was like, y'all not going to move together. So here is the day before we're about to move in, y'all. And she and I were talking, and we were discussing like the whole bathroom situation. Now, I know a bathroom is very petty, and it is. But in this story, in this testimony, it is very big. So we were like, we end up not being able to come to a common ground. Yes, we are still friends. Yes, we do still talk. It's just a part of the plan. So we were like, as we were going back and forth, trying to figure out, okay, are we going to be able to come to a common ground? God was like, Amanda, do not bend, do not break. Trust me. I'm like, Lord, I really don't want to cause a feud with my friend. Like, this is my friend since 4th grade. Like, what do you mean? He was like, trust me. If you just trust me. I said, okay, God. So we ended up saying, you know what? It's fine. We're not going to be able to come to a common ground. That's okay. So this is the day before we're moving out. That same day, I had a meeting set up to meet with the owner of the salon. And I come in and she's like, Amanda, when I got your email, I got chills. I was like, okay. She was like, because God has basically been forcing me to expand. She was like, I didn't really want to. I was afraid. I didn't want to. She was like, I was afraid that the building was going to be like vacant. Nobody was going to want it. She said, so when I got your email, I got chills. And she was like, just talking to me, and I was sharing with her what I wanted and what I saw. And she was like, whatever you need help with, I'll help you. So she proceeds to give me the person's name to get in contact with for the building. And when she gave me his number, y'all, I already had the number saved in my phone. I was like, oh, crap. Okay. And so they kind of freaked me out a little bit. And so she was like, whatever you need help with, I will help you. She informed me that she just bought all new furniture from her sister. So if whatever I needed here, that she would sell it to me with no problem. She sold me, y'all, like the bulk of my stuff, that whenever I moved in, I didn't even have to wait. I was able to just move right in. So that was like a blessing in itself, and just how nice she was and warm she was. So once she gave me the number, she let me know whatever I need help with, she'll help me. I contacted the guy, and he's like, okay, Amanda, let's run your credit, blah, blah, blah. We run my credit. Like, I'm thinking it's going to take like a week or two. He called me back 2 days later. He was like, Amanda, everything looks great. Let's get to it. And y'all, everything moves so swiftly and so fast. And I was kind of nervous because it's like, wow, this is something that I've been praying for so long. It's something that I really wanted, that I thought was just a thought, or I thought that's something I was just talking about. I never knew that it was going to literally be something that would happen. And in that, I was like, this is my trust in God season, because I took a chance to lose a friend. I took a chance to like have a big like drama issue with one of my friends in 12th grade. I took a chance with stepping out on faith and moving out of my comfort zone. And that's really the season I was in, because for me to even move out of my mama's house, my parents' house, was taking me out of my comfort zone. And then for me to like take a small issue and we decide that we can't move together was taking me out of my comfort zone, because I don't like confrontation, especially with my friends. And then taking me and put me in a place where I really had to trust God, was really, really taking me out of my comfort zone and talking to people and dealing with people that I don't even know. And I'm kind of like, not necessarily shy, but sometimes I just don't really feel comfortable doing that. But he made everything so smooth. Everybody that I came in contact with so nice. And he just made it so easy for me. Now, the build up, the process prior to this, I can't say was easy, because you know, you kind of have to go through and grow to get to where he wants you to go. That's why I said in the beginning, like, just because you write it down and make it plain tomorrow don't mean the next day that it's time to make it happen. For the flower to start blooming, it just may not be time yet. He may still be trying to water you and grow you, and he was. I had to change my process of thinking with different things that I had going on. I had to do a lot of things. I had to save my money. I had to be disciplined. I couldn't do stuff that I wanted to do, and just a lot of things had to take place before he opened up the door to allow me to have my own salon. So I can say that even then and even now, I'm in my trust in God season. He's doing so many things in my life. I would say if I could give any advice to wanting to open your own business, do your research, write it down and make it plain as you can. I told God, can you please, look, I really want my salon to be open in March, or I want to have my salon in March. I literally got my salon signed, my paper signed like the last week of March. I opened up the first week of April. Like, write it down, make it plain. But the thing about it is I never said a year. So that's why I'm saying, like, make it super plain. Make it, you know, be really specific with the things that you're asking him for. And another thing I would say is to move in silence. I didn't tell too many people. When people found out, everybody was like, oh my God, I didn't know. And for me, it's not for everybody to know, especially when God is moving in your life. For me, I just really tell people that are close to me, that can help me, that's going to pray for me and that's been praying for me. I let them know what's happening and what's going on. And then I would say if you're a believer in God, trust God during the process. Don't take one thing lightly. If you're in a place where you don't really want to be, change your mindset and be there, because it's probably a reason why he had you there. It's probably a reason. If you need to be taking authority in a place that you are, take that step, because when you become your own boss or a boss and you kind of over people, you kind of have to tell them things even when you don't want to, even when it's hard. So I would definitely say just trust God in the process, save your money, move in silence. Trust God, trust your process, save your money, move in silence are the things that I can say really, really help me be disciplined in this. So I really just wanted to share with y'all my story, my testimony behind the salon. It's a process, and just enjoy it all. So yeah, it's still, I don't think it still has hit me yet that this is really a thing. But I will also say this one last thing. God will put you in the right place at the right time, around the right people. If he give it to you, this is something that he told me. He was like, man, if I give it to you, I'm gonna take care of it. And that was my mindset. I had to keep that in mind every step of the way. When things seemed like it was getting rough, or when it seemed like I was running out of money, like, he was like, man, if I gave it to you, I'm gonna take care of it. He has literally handpicked people and dropped them, boom, right in my life, to take care of the different things that I can't or I don't have time for. He has literally taken care of that for me. So I can say when it's God's doing, he's literally going to take care of from the start to the finish, and just trust him. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I am Amanda Ramsey, also known as Steve. Thank you guys so much for